Hey guys, Adam Trigger here, wagertalk.com. It's NFL Week 10, and we're going to talk Commanders Seahawks. But first, we've got a great promo going on. It's $50 off a 30-day all-access pass for any handicapper that you'd like, using coupon code ALL30. If you're into college basketball, the season just tipped off, and I'm playing basketball pretty much every day here in the non-conference part of the season, November and December. So a lot of plays and a great time to jump on board. Hopefully a very profitable time as well. Commanders Seahawks. So interesting scheduling spot here for the Commanders. They go on the road last week, play the Patriots, and now they have to go all the way out to Seattle, who just got embarrassed by the Ravens last week. It was just a horrible effort for them. But they get to go back home in what I believe will be a bounce back spot for the Seahawks. So, you look at just how Seattle has played the last couple weeks. Of course, last week, no chance. Were blown out right from the start. And then the week before against the Browns, they really should have lost that game too. If you go back to the final 2 minutes, the Browns had the ball, and there was a tipped ball that the Seahawks got for an interception. If the Browns are able to just not turn it over right there, I would say there's a good chance Seattle probably loses that game. So not inspiring a ton of confidence right now, but I do think that this is a spot where I would jump in with them based on the drop in class of their opponent, specifically the defense. Geno Smith has looked poor. He's turned the ball over. It's been a big reason the Seahawks have struggled, but that was, Browns and Ravens are as good of defenses as you're going to find in the league, whereas the Commanders are not. The Commanders are one of the, I would say, probably bottom 5 to 7 defenses in football, and I think those numbers are going to continue to drop. Obviously no Chase Young, he's gone. Montez Sweat was traded away. So their metrics should continue to decline. Without those guys. I think the 12th man, so the Seattle crowd, and the pressure that Seattle is able to sort of, generate defensively. The Seattle defense isn't a great defense per se. They're not elite in my opinion, but they do generate enough pressure that I think they can rattle Sam Howell and the Commanders offense here. Something I noticed as I watched the Pats game and kind of watched this Commanders team play this year, Howell tends to hold on to the ball too long. He'll really kind of wait for a play to develop, and I have a feeling that turns into a couple turnovers in this game. Again, the defensive pressure that Seattle can create is enough, in my opinion, to sort of rattle this Commanders offense. On the other side of the ball, I just think we get a much better offensive performance from Seattle. The Commanders, not much of a pass rush, and they don't cover opposing receivers well. So you go from last week where you've got to deal with the Ravens pass rush, even more so the week before the Browns, I still think is the best defense in the league when fully healthy. That's not what the Commanders are going to do. And they don't, and again, they don't cover well. So you've got guys like DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They should have great games here. Against what a very weak Commander secondary by all the metrics. So I just think the matchup, the spot, going up to New England, playing a game in kind of the cold and having to go all the way out to Seattle the following week, for a team that has a week 14 bye. I start to look at this time of year, start to try to fade teams with the late bye weeks. Now, their bye week is a month off, but the notable point here is they haven't had a break. It's not like they had one of the earlier buys where they had a week to rest and recalibrate. They're going to be one of the teams that are sort of probably limping into one of those late bye weeks. So just, in my opinion, the spot is very, very bad for the Commanders. It's good enough for the Seahawks. I think it's a great survivor play. So if you're still in survivor contests and you're looking for a way to save the Cowboys and you still have Seattle, I think it's a no-brainer to use them. For as far as a pick on the side, the only way I could go is lay it with Seattle, 6.5. And, if this one did get up to 7.5, you could probably throw it in a teaser. But where the number is right now, which looks to be 6 or 6.5 most places, I would just lay the points and ask Seattle to win by a touchdown or more. If you like this video and you like the free picks, please like, subscribe, and click on the other videos on your screen for more free NFL picks. You can find all my stuff at wagertalk.com, and I am on Twitter at TopFlightSI.